So Islam is August the 27th, 2020, Dwayne, and this is pretty much part 3. So, hey, there's this guy. He looked like he from Middle Eastern, right across the street. I haven't seen him. I remember when I used to post things about the Navy and the Army. I would be walking from Burger King, and I would see this guy at different times, right at the same spot. I don't know what spot. I don't know if he's Middle Eastern, but you see the black hair and the brown skin. There is an Islamic temple that Arrington-Bey and I never visit. It's about in this direction, about 5-minute walk. I don't know if it's, at least that's what it said. I don't even go down that street. We never visited, and I tell Arrington-Bey, we know as Moorish Americans, when you're among masses of people that haven't taken an oath or affirmed to uphold constitutional laws, you have to be careful because of acts of terrorism. So acts of terrorism towards the average citizen is real. And so you could be, if you haven't taken an oath or affirmed to uphold constitutional laws, the 1787, the 13th Amendment, 20 sections, and all 4 of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, it's easily for you to be used as a terrorist, okay? And so I would notice when I would post information about the police, the Navy, the Army that was odd, I would see the cab drivers that sometimes have, they look to be from Africa or a Middle Eastern description, driving around my path of walk even more. And like this guy here, I haven't seen him in a while, but I would see him or someone that looks similar to him at that same spot right here, because I have to walk this way. This is the way I choose to walk to get to the place I domicile at. It sort of reminds me of, because I find it odd, and it sort of reminds me of the conspiracy about 9/11. I always say that, and how so many people was questioning what happened. Why did over, I think 2,000 people were murdered or killed on 9/11, and the answers weren't really an answer of what happened. They said this guy named Bin Laden did it, and then conspiracy theorists start to blame other things, and then they actually did a documentation about, and they started saying that there were trillions of dollars missing during that time. Trillions of dollars are missing, and then people brought up drug wars. So anyway, I'm going to continue with my documentation. So as a Moorish American and have been naturalized to uphold laws of freedom, that's one of the things we really keep our eye on, because we deal with imbalanced spirits, imbalanced people who haven't been naturalized, and they haven't taken an oath. Then they could be easily used, used or just choose to be that Islam. And I'm not accusing them. That's just really just speaking truth. So, Alex Haley found his ancestors classified with the cow, with the beast in the field, when he went to go search to where they had them classified as. I think he was looking up his family name. So, Alex Haley would be considered an African American male. And this here in Annapolis, Maryland. That's where he found his family name. They had him classified in the courts with the beasts and the animals in the field. So that's what I remember Sheets was speaking about. And so once again, the bus driver, as I drove past the bay, was saying this is the bay, which is about 15 minutes away from here. This where I'm at, and where I'm at right now. It's about 20 minutes walking. This is 15 minutes away from here, approximately driving. And where I'm at right now is about 20 minutes away from where I walked to go back to domicile at. The bus driver said, this is the bay where they used to bring the slaves in. I said, oh, okay, that's the bay where they brought the slaves in. So what I did was I went online and I started, and I wanted to read about it and see. And it was true because they have it history of the slaves that were brought in, that is the port where they brought, that's, I don't know how many ports they have, but that's one of the ports they brought slaves in. So my tablet might mess up again. You know, we among, I always say this, and you know this, Dwayne, there's different type of laboratory experiments, and definitely I don't think it's a coincidence that those that speak or males speaking around the room, females, and all of a sudden my tablet goes off and start making noises. So obviously we're among different experiments that definitely can be presented as human, but they're able to control the tablet with some form of technology, maybe with their mind and so forth. And if the tablet has radiation, Islam, radiation, and we've been in cell phones, they've documented have some form of radiation exuding from these technological devices, then they too exude radiation, Islam. And so as a natural divine being, I don't want to have radiation, okay? I don't want to be exposed to radiation. Okay, and that can be seen as an act of a weapon, literally a weapon. When you're dealing with health, physical health, and you're maintaining health, you're maintaining your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, and you know that there are a species or a spirit of some sort that actually their presence is toxic. Okay, that means their very existence is toxic and can make you sick slowly, or to some, if they have a weak immune system, if their immune system is weak, it can happen quickly because it depends on how strong your immune system is. That is really, they definitely can be used as a weapon. So I just wanted to give testimony about showing you how close the Army and Navy is, the recruitment center and the Naval Academy to Burger King, because of the odd experiences. Today, Dwayne Arrington-Bey, I found it so odd. I came into Burger King. This is not the first time something like this happened. And some of the times, many times, those males that implied to be connected to the Navy and the Army, and those that would come in with definitely make note, or it seemed like they know the manager, Miss Phyllis of Burger King, and I've seen a few. But that's not my business. I don't know. I thought I heard her say that her husband might have been in the Navy. I'm not sure, but I thought I heard her say this once before. But I'm not sure if her husband's in the Navy. I never had a conversation with her personally like that. I just try to respect her and her boundaries and ask her to do the same for me, because I'm thankful to be earning money. So, and the only other person that I spoke to, James, who is both of them would be considered African American, a black male. James is a black male, and Miss Phyllis is African American, a black female, or both intertwined, African American or black. I don't know what term they use, and I don't know if they claim a nationality. I have no idea. But by what she said today makes me think she has not claimed a nationality. So I spoke to James one time, because I saw him speaking to another black male who dressed up in like the Army like uniform, and he comes in a Burger King, and he was talking to him, and it's like they were talking in like military talk. And anyway, I asked him, I said, James, are you in the Army or something? I think he said he used to be in the Army. So today when I came in at 7, I was looking at the screen to prepare a meal for a customer, and Miss Phyllis was at the drive-through window, and so I saw that I remember correctly, it was 2 sausage cheese croissants, and I was like waiting for the ticket to appear. The ticket never appeared, because usually what we do, Dwayne, is the ticket appears, we put the sandwiches in the bag, the ticket appears from the printer, And then we used tape and taped the piece of paper, the receipt on the bag. But the paper never appeared. So I was just waiting for a little bit, but I'll let her know when she gets through talking to the customer, because I didn't know exactly what was going on. I know because sometimes I've seen this happen before. She came to me and she just snatched the bag aggressively out my hand and said, "You know what I'm waiting for?" And I was like, "Okay." I said, "No, Miss Phillips, the paper, the printer did not show. The paper didn't show on the printer. I'm waiting for the printer." And she literally started to get upset and say she started to say, "Well, I'm not going to have this anymore." She started to curse. She used the word shit. She said I was she called me stupid. And when she was cursing and she was talking to me, from that, that's all that happened. What I told you, that's all that happened. I didn't say nothing to her. Besides, in fact, I walked in. I said, "Good day, Miss Phyllis." I came in just rarely work. If anything, I don't even remember. I walked in. Someone opened the door for us. I think it was her. We rushed to get on the clock. It said 7. I was supposed to be there. We were just getting started on the shift, and she snatched the bag from me and just started curse and literally started like aggressively calling me out my name. I asked her as she was cursing and calling me out my name. I said, "Miss Phyllis, can you not curse me?" And I said, "Do you talk to all your employees like this, or is it just me?" And she said, "It's only you." And this is not the first time she did something like that and pointed this out like that with me. And I said, "Miss Phyllis, as a Moorish American, can you please not discriminate against me and behave in such a manner?" I have never spoke to Miss Phyllis this way, and or behave in a manner with her. 'Cause I don't know any of them personally. Imani Gray-Bey and I, Ron Arrington-Bey, don't know anyone personally here in Annapolis. And I found this so odd, Dwayne, because I don't know her. So she's aggressive, like you would think I know her. You would think me and her had sat down and had a conversation. I have never, I don't know her. Whatever she tells me to do, I try to do it. And about 2 weeks ago, the same thing happened. In reference, out of the blue, she got upset with me. I remember I had made I almost made a few mistakes. I caught it. I almost made a few mistakes. I caught it, and I was just, it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, "Oh, thank goodness." But she got upset for whatever reason, and she started calling me a stupid. She called me a stupid bitch, a stupid bitch, and she started to curse me after I came back from break. And this was so she got upset when I almost made a few mistakes and caught it. She threatened to threatening to send me home if I remember correctly. I wrote it down. I don't remember everything. I got to look at the paper. I went on break. I came back from break, and because she had told me not to expedite drive-through food anymore when I was trying to, and I caught the mistakes. They didn't get out to the thing, but I was telling her, I said, everybody have their days. You make a mistake, I caught it as a team. She told me not to expedite the food no more. I said, okay, so because I didn't want to force myself to do something, because I didn't want her to send me home, and I need to earn money. When Khalid was on the clock, he came on the clock, Khalid Muhammad, and I came back from break. Khalid wanted me to expedite the drive-through food, and I told him, I said, I can't. She told me to stay away from not to do it. And that's when she got upset, and she called me names. This is in front of the employees. She said I was a stupid bitch. She was just going on and cursing her. I remember her shirt was unbuttoned. You would think that that she was in a brawl. Like she was ready to fight, and this was like how she was talking to me, and that's how it was again this morning. I mean, this early day. And you would think I was her family, her friend, or somebody that she knows, and she don't. And once again, I don't know her. So today, when this same energy from her happened, I said, Miss Phyllis, I asked her. I said, as a Moorish American, can you please not curse me and not discriminate against me? And she said, what is a Moorish American? You act like you better than everybody else. And those are some of that's the same tone that Thomas, the manager, used. I was telling you, Dwayne Baffabe, I would hear Thomas. He's another black male. He started to address the customers as Mo. And I kept, and so he was saying he would address the these are the descriptions. I don't know if they claim a nationality or not. They could have claimed a nationality, but if they haven't, then I usually say they pale skin. He would address pale skins as Mo, and then predominantly black males and females as Mo. And I noticed this for a while, but what made me speak to the owner about it is when he actually addressed me as Mo. Because I spoke to him before when he tried to address me as Love. So what he did was address me as Mo. And I said, sir, what are you saying? Are you calling me Mo? I questioned him. And then he went back and forth saying, Mo man, Mo man, Mo man, Mo man. And I was like, why is he saying Mo man, Mo? I walked away because it was obviously he was trying to prove something, as though to me it gave me an implication that he can lie and say that he didn't say it, and he was just going back and saying he didn't say Mo. When I asked him straight up, and on front line, because I said, I heard him address me as Mo. He didn't say, no, Rhonda, I didn't say Mo. He just went back and forth saying Mo man, Mo man, Mo man. So I went and spoke to the car owner about it, because I have never addressed him in terms other than sir and if he or Thomas. And because I felt once again there's some type of boundaries and that's definitely a form of abuse of crossing boundaries in reference to me. And so this morning, or this early day, this early day, Miss Phyllis, she started to say, you think you bet? And when I asked Thomas, when we had a meeting, not only want to call it a meeting, I was sitting down talking to Carl, and Carl, the owner, and he asked Thomas to come in into it, because it was, I guess, because it was about him.